Oh right, I had my mic turned off. Can you hear me now? Testing 1 2. That should be okay. I was saying this is a bit much for radians, and the radius is in pixels. A negative radius and negative radius of 0.2 pixels. I'm starting to understand why I'm not seeing anything. Hmm. I thought that 0.1 should translate to several pixels. Abhimanyu. I guess I should put a breakpoint like 224. Down. No, there's no down. I just listed it. Frame. Break 224. Try it again. Well, that did work. So radius is 0.1. And I want to break and convert X, for example. Continue. Next, print G. Oh, looks about right. Yeah. 0.1 is here. So this should become something like 0.1 minus 0 divided by something less than 1, I hope. Oh, wait a minute, that's 4. Why would I divide that by 4? That's not good. Oh, it is just the fraction. Okay, so it's a small fraction. X is now small, but then we multiply it with the width, which is, I don't know, 1200? No, 700 something. Almost 800. So now X is 19. That's the pixels that I want. Oh, my start angle ended up like this. So apparently I'm passing accidentally the radius as the start angle. That's the problem. Okay, so Yeah, maybe the radius is at the end here. Arc has the radius before the angles. So let's keep that. And here I'm putting it behind it. So that's wrong. Well, wrong. I mean, that's the reason of the confusion. Let's put the radius always before the angles. What am I doing? I'm even going to swap that there. And then all the other cases. This is just two directions and a point. Man, so many places. How is that possible? This looks also wrong. Maybe I should look for start angle instead. It's a little bit less. So radius before angles. Then I cannot pass radius is 0 by default. Nah, whatever. Then we don't. Okay, also here. But in this case, nah, come on. Maybe I should add the radius always at the end instead, because this starts to be... It's a tough decision. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Sorry, change it all back. Let's put radius at the end everywhere instead. just change this. Mm. 5, 8. Now we actually have an arc here. I don't think it's the way I wanted it. Things are also considerably slower. Just because of that arc. Holy moly, man. That arc is one slow thing. I'm not even pressing enter now. Just not keeping up with the repeat. Key repeat. Finally it stops. It's supposed to draw this arc here. Why is it drawing there? It's not even related to either of those lines. Man, that slowed down. That does not make me happy. It should not be that slow at all. Don't see the Cairo arc call. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess it's okay, except for the start and end angle. Yeah. This should be a direction from P1 to P1R. That looks okay to me. And from P1 to P0. So yeah, something is definitely not working then. Direction. No, it's not, because the 2 point is first. Who on earth? I'm really, no, this is not, this is, no, unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. How often do I do that? So 2 followed by from. What? It is from 2, but then another from behind it. Yeah, the. That's a real one. There's a remark that it is direction to from. Oh, it's not working. Seems to be only direction. Let me change that. Yeah, and then I have to fix all code that passes 2 arguments to direction. I'll never find that back. So I'll just add something. I don't know. Yes, one actually. Oh, this must be from 2. This, however, is a new code, and that was correct. So this is from to. That's how I intended it. Oh, that wasn't that much. And then we will remove the void pointer again. Oh, did I have another one? Apparently not. So now how does it look? How does it look? No. No. Absolutely not. I would say it's just mirrored here in the y. The y coordinate is wrong. Where would I fix that? That has to do with the angles. I need a different way to convert the angles, but then what is what? Let's draw an arc from 0 to pi divided by 4, so I can see where that is. So that we have to go to I draw arc dot h. Right, it's clockwise. So this is 0, but then you go clockwise. It's the second angle is clockwise. No. At least with the y-axis upside down. No, it's not upside down. -4 is larger than -8. It's kind of strange. The pixel axis is upside down though. I think y, the pixels is y 0 is here and y is high is here. So if you mirror it in a horizontal line, then it is anti-clockwise. Yeah. What to do with the angles so that we mirror stuff in a horizontal line. They'll rotate the other way, which means negative the angle. I think. Yeah, and probably swap start and end as well. What happens if I just make end negative? That wouldn't work, I think. Hope not. Okay. So we have to swap that as well. Yep. Now that looks much better. That is still incredibly slow. Oh, I think I know why it's so slow. The debug output. It's not the arg. Just have an incredible amount of debug output at the moment. I think it's good. I like this. Except I probably should not have swapped it, but just change the values. Or not. No, no, no. Let's do it like this. And then I need a comment here again. So negate and swap angles. Because our y Coordinate is reversed. Is that a good word? From that all the pixels. Yeah, okay, no. No, let's call these things different. I'm gonna call them back as start angle and end angle. But they live in a different space, so I'm going to call them pixel start angle. Pixel space start and end angle. And that means that I have to rename everything. Okay, I won't do it by hand. Could even go all fancy and do something like substitute, I don't know, something like, I'm never sure if the parentheses need to be escaped, but okay. Start int, underscore, oh, that seems to match, angle, with pixel. I guess it works. Okay, and then we're constructing the draw arc. And that should be in plot, I suppose, or where? Plot, probably here. See, I'm having a conversion here, convert. So I should do the conversion here, but don't have a function with that. I'm just gonna do it like this. And then add comment here. No, 2. Underscores, it's sneaking. No, that's good enough. What the hell? Must be this one. It's a drop thing. put P1 on the other side so I can better see that it stops at that line. It's really too slow, so I'm gonna turn off the debug output again. Yep, very good. We have an arc. No, I wanted to put alpha here. I don't think that's part of my font though. Oh, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's try that. Or is that too difficult? I'm having an alpha here, but it's not really alpha, so I should rename alpha to something else. Alpha, 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 arc. This is alpha. This is not. So let's just do it manually. Call it beta or whatever. Wait, I also already have a beta. Call it V. Right, and then we want to add a text here. Auto plot alpha label, or actually I never do the plot thing for some reason. The label's always plotted. That was the reason. Plot, add, create text, and a second layer, add. Yeah, that's problematic, but in the neighborhood of P1 anyway. And I want to call this one alpha. Let me try to find that back in my... I have alpha here, this alpha. I so don't believe that it is going to work, but I can try alpha. And otherwise, who knows, I'm going to fix the font to use a real font. Plus 1 hour. Still have an hour before bedtime, so. And this takes an arc style? No, wait a minute, nonsense. Text style, yeah. I don't have a text style, I think. Text. Point label style, and just keep using the same thing over and over everywhere. It's not even point is, and I'm using it. Since I think the only thing I have in terms of label style is a point at the moment. As you can see, might as well rename it because, come on, label style. Nothing to do with the point. And then, yeah. Let's see if the alpha appears at all. Oh, there's an alpha here. Wow, didn't even expect that. Okay. Now I can move it, I don't know, on top of it maybe. So totally centered, but then I need this point here, which means I need this distance, which is 0.1. Huh? So we need a direction in between these two, and then from P1 distance, and then you have that center point, and I put alpha just over it. So let's change the font size a little bit. I don't care about the offset, I think. Font size maybe a little bit bigger, because I'm going to put it right over the arc. And then we need this to be plus 0.1 times, and then a direction in between these two directions. I'm gonna add it like so. Mid direction. Probably going to need that so often. I mean, every time you want to put a level at the arc, you're not going to need a direction in the middle. And I don't do abbreviations. So middle direction, center direction. What is better? Hey, Post Bunny. I'm gonna call it the bisector direction. No typo. It's event loop dot join, not underscore. C++ talking backwards, unfortunately, often. It means join with the event loop. aka wait until the event loop is finished, then join the thread, aka kill the thread, get rid of it, kick it in the, well, so we're all alone after that, and then we can continue and exit the whole program. I'm lying actually. This just sets a boolean. What I just said happens here upon the destruction of the event loop. But that's going to complain unless I first call this and set a boolean. This marks that... oh no, actually no, not true, because event loop is a thread. In this case, it's just... oh, it's also confusing, isn't it? Now this join means... I think it's really waiting, yeah. Sometimes I do this and then it just continues anyway and then hangs here without complaining because you call that first. The effect is the same, I guess. I have to add the bisector direction to the arc. Return something. That would be a direction. Which arc is this? Start and end angle. Don't even have directions. Well, that doesn't matter because we can create a direction from an angle. Well, this one, yeah. So I'm just going to construct a direction from the start angle plus the end angle divided by 2. And I don't know why, but I prefer to type a half times, probably because I've been coding too long. In the time that this would be faster than dividing. Dividing by 2? Gotta be kidding me. Okay, in this case I'll make an exception. Looks bad because it's an integer. I'll leave it to the compiler to fix everything. Okay, so bleep. Nope, this one. And now alpha is on top of our arc. So maybe I should have shifted it a little bit further out, because this doesn't look nice either, actually. Let me shift it a bit further, as in, I don't know, do I guess 2? .5 looks better. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it does. I should change it back, should I? Gee, that was not enough. That's still on top of the arc. Let's try 3. But as a good coder, I can't do 3. I'll have to try 5 first, because then it's 1/8. I got 10 upvotes on Reddit. Why it's spamming me? Did I even compile again? I don't think so. No, okay, well, going to for the no nonsense 0.13. Hey Snow, how is Snow? Yeah, it's good enough. Whatever. Okay, so that's alpha. Yep, alpha is getting smaller now. And it stays in the center until it gets so small that it doesn't even fit anymore. But it just keeps being drawn anyway. Alpha. And then what happens? Then we get a blue circle. How correct is that? I wonder. And only now alpha moves to the other side. What? Why? Why not sooner? Well, if this is alpha, then this is alpha. I mean, I guess this is not alpha, is it? Or is it? That is the question, of course. I'm afraid that it's very, very unclear. Well, it doesn't matter for the SW, that's just the cosine of this one. I think the cosine of that one's the same. Cosine of pi minus, sorry, cosine of 2 pi minus alpha is obviously the cosine of minus alpha, which is the cosine of alpha, yeah. But for this one, it might matter. Square times 1 minus 2v. That can be negative, and is it negative at the moment? That is the big question, I guess. If this small angle was alpha, then it would be positive. So I need to know what v is, and I would say v is between 0 and 1 here. That's positive. V is positive, but that this is 1 minus 2V. Okay, wait, it's less than 2, so less than 1. Less than a half. It has to be less than a half. Sorry, it's larger than a half because it's closer to P1. But the vertex, as P1 is in the vertex, or the vertex is in P1, then the V is 1. We know that. I renamed S to V, by the way, to confuse everyone. And then I had S3, so now S is new. Oh, and I didn't tell that. I did that off stream. Sorry, guys. So everyone who's been completely confused all this time, the old S has been renamed to V. So before we had 1 minus 2S, now it's 1 minus 2V. And I introduced a new variable, which is now called S, the S of scale. So instead of that P0 and P1 have a distance here of W, I now scale that with S. So this is, and this S is now set to 2. So this is now twice as wide as the W of the curve. And then in order to make everything work, I had to multiply this with S squared. So there you are, new S. But this is still equal to the distance between P0 and P1 times the sine of alpha. So lots of other stuff also is still true, like 1 up, and then here's the width, W. And if t equals 0, we are in P0, and if t equals 1, we are in P1, and if S equals 0, then P0 is in V. So in this case, V is closer to P1, which means that it's larger than a half. And if it is larger than a half, then it is negative. And if it is negative, then we need to use that angle and not this angle. So I think it's correct. It should stay like that as well until V becomes less than a half again, which I guess happens after the squeeze. So like that, so like that. Squeeze, squeeze. Now it should happen. Bang! Yeah! Now it is again like that. Very good. I think, anyway. So let's go around again. So at the moment that the moving red crosshair passes P0, we should have a flip of the angle, which is now very small. Yep, that happens. But alpha is still here, instead of on the opposite side. That's weird. Oh, right. I think I understand why though. Yeah, I'm just adding these two angles. I'm just yeah, I don't know. No, it's flipped. When did it flip, man? I want to know when it flips. Let's go around again. Oh, too late. This blinking shit is also annoying. I'm doing too many exposes. think I should be able to turn the expose off. I missed it. Okay, well, let's do that. How can I turn the expose off? Let me think. If I add theta, then I can make a picture, save it as a file, and then I'm at a new chapter, which would be nice. But now I'm distracted by turning the expose off. How do we do that? Go here. Is that an event loop? Hardly. Totally not. No, plot maybe. Seems to have a lot to do with plot. Nah, cannot be plot. Can definitely not be plot. No, I don't know. Let's search for expose. Debug window. It's just part of window. Unbelievable. Okay, triggering an expose event means calling that with an exposure mask or whatever. I think expose events are definitely involved. Better have only one line. No, have multiple lines. Now this is just a debug window. Who cares about that one? This I just saw. What is that? Well, that's while running. Yeah, that's an expose event that we receive. It's like if you remove a window that was covering it. So I think I have to use the other one, or that's the one that I have to suppress. 117. Oh, Bobby Manu is leaving us. Okay, good night. Sleep well. Why is it doing an expose event here again? Update. Right. Maybe I should just not call update then, or is that won't work? Oh, that kind of sucks. Yeah. Yeah, okay. It does suck. Or does it? Maybe I should just not flush it. I don't know. It's happened. Well, this is ridiculous, but... See what if the effect at the very least is that it doesn't flicker anymore. Then maybe it will help. Still flickering-ish. Definitely still flickering. Less though, I have the feeling. Curve is rather nice. Yeah, this is not what you want. No. Flush seems not necessary. Okay, and what happens if I don't send expose event at all? Just testing. Now we don't have any update at all. See, that's better. So I could suppress that one, but then yeah, and then by the time I send it, I don't have any. If I delay the sending expose events, then we lose all this information. Yeah, I think that what I should do is store all the extents that need to be exposed here into a container and maybe optimize them. Like if say one falls entirely inside the other, then of course the smaller one can be removed. Or when two of them overlap, but they almost look like a rectangle. Might as well replace it with a single rectangle. That's a difficult algorithm, I guess, but in other words, well, at the very least, just remember everything and then only send the expose after a complete update, which is then maybe user defined, or I could just use a timer and do that at least every 1/60th of a second. So I'm still wondering why it's not showing certain things at all. Pretty sure that the moment I do this, it's I don't think this is actually doing anything, just sending it back to me. I think the result is that I receive whatever I sent again here, together with all the other exposes. This is the problem, isn't it? Let's try the following. I'm sending this, flash, whatever. But I'm introducing here some static counter. And we're using that. Or whatever, try it out. So if count equals 0, set it to 10 again. That basically does not do an exposure. Except every 10 updates. Yeah, I think, yeah. So that should reduce the flickering, hopefully. But leave us in limbo if I stop updating stuff. Nah, it's still horrible. Almost no difference, man. I don't see a difference. Maybe I'm doing way more updates than I think I do. So let's make it 100. Ah, that's what I mean. It's just not updating at all. This is also bad. I'm sending updates for removal as well. So it's halfway removing now and then stops. Ah, okay. Wait a minute. Now I'm getting it. So the most changes that I do is when I remove this curve. So this curve exists of a lot of little line pieces. And then I erase it. Erase one little line piece. And then send an expose event. So that's being updated a little bit. So as you can see, it is really updated. It's removed. And now we remove the next part and the next part and the next part and the next part. So that counts up until 100 and say exactly when we are here. I send all those exposes and it erases it till here. But apparently there was less than 100 from this point to erase this whole curve and redraw everything else. And has not been updated. Yeah, yep. So, it's not. This is not during erasing. It's during drawing. So it was already erased, and then it is drawing it. And at this point, it takes longer or less than 100 updates. And then we get to rest, and then probably very quickly everything vanishes again. Dang, yep. So this is about 100 line pieces, I guess. It's still flickering because these are the images that we get to see. So it's just at the wrong moment that it is halting. Which therefore means that I have to queue everything. I should not do this at all. Do not trigger expose event, just queue it. And then at the moment that I'm finished, so I do an update that is worthy of showing, then send all of them. I think that's what I'm going to do. What we need to remember here is just this. No, just a stroke event. There's an unpack into that. The stroke events itself. I think so. Stroke extends. Why do I keep calling that events? Stroke extends exists of no less than 4 doubles. But nothing can be held. And I probably have to store it in window. I'm going to add, let's just add a new thing here. Standard, well, I'll do it one by one. Adding it to a vector or not add it to a vector. Let's add it to a vector. Capacity should be reasonably stable. Can I have do I have a stroke event? That's yeah. Thank God for the syntax highlighting. Hey, these are events. I just wanted to use the word events by now. Oh, what are we listening to now? Oh, this. I did get a copyright strike for this one, for this sound. Seriously. So this noise, this pure noise is copyrighted. I'm gonna ignore that. They can give me copyright strikes all I want for this noise. Store all my stroke events. And then we need a new boolean, I think. Boolean send expose events. Why does accent event not take a const, or does it? Because, come on, don't change it. No matching. You would lose const qualifier. No. They refuse to tell me if the X event is being changed or not. Because it doesn't even really matter. Maybe it doesn't even really matter. But yeah. Filter 0, this, I don't know, I want to initialize these things, sorry, but I'm gonna assume that it's not changed. Otherwise I have to set it again and again and again and again. Instead, we run over all the events. Event is, we start at the end. We start with stroke events.size -1. Event is larger or equal to 0 minus event. And then this is going to be event, and I have to send it, of course, to the server. And then the stroke events is going to be the stroke extends is now going to be my expose event. expose events as event. This looks good. I think it looks good. Let's fix this compile error here because you updated the header, the window updates. And then who is calling that? Well, maybe one place, maybe a lot of places. A lot of places. So after creating a rectangle, you don't know if another rectangle is going to be created. This is window. Window? Let's create a layer. Create a layer. Nah, why not? You know, update it. I mean, yeah. Create background layer. Well, yeah, also. Debug window. Debug window probably should always be updated because it's a debug window. I don't know. I don't know. True. So far, everything is always true. And then we get the following errors. Window update. Well, I think that, wait a minute, that is an update for my debug window. Debug window is just a window, isn't it? No, it's a debug window. Which has an update, which calls now what? Trigger expose event. The thing has its own trigger expose event, so I don't even have to worry about that. In that case, I did change something wrong a second ago. Never find that back, of course. Yeah, this one. And I found it back. Quit GS. No true there necessary. Totally different update. Yeah, window update. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Who calls window update? Oh, this is on the layer. Yeah, well, I think I just need to pass a boolean on here. Pass it on. To adding a boolean. Do update. And then we pass that on here. Not our responsibility. What the hell? No memory name size in. I meant expose events. Go. What? Almost thought it compiled. Too few arguments. Window update. Yeah, still have to pass something here. That's a call to layer region rule. Actually, I think I should make it a glow of a boolean of the window itself. So call window update. And then we don't pass this. We just have it in the window. But this is the layer. Yeah. Okay, so this is this is window. Also, don't call it here. Which means that window update was wrongly changed. Having a send expose event. Don't do that. Send expose events. It's making that a variable of the window, I think. The window itself should have a boolean here called send expose events. Let's make that true for now. And then okay, so everything should compile again except for things that I changed that I should not have changed if I didn't change it back in the meantime. Yep, did not. So this update here is what? This is window.h. Could do it pass through to override it, but I am not with it. Already set the default to true. shocking. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh. I think it just got 1,000 times slower. Now, okay, 100 times. What did I do? I didn't do anything. Oh, I did. I forgot. I forgot to clear the vector. Oopsies. Yeah. Yeah. That's not smart. Let me think. Now I have to go to window.cxx, or what was it? This one. And then after we send everything, I have to get rid of it. Yes, think you were done with it. So something like that. That's better. And now I am back at what we had. And now you should be able to turn off and on the event. So I want to be able to edit H, window.h, and then add an yep. But no. So did like the responsibility of plot to do something with this? No. It's a responsibility of my program. Quadratic Bezier.cx, or if I typed it correctly, I want to keep that in my mouse buffer, so that's why I was typing. What I should do is turn it off before I destruct everything, that's for sure. So all these things get destructed at the moment you leave this scope. That will be here. And that means that you have to turn the exposures off. So we can quietly destruct everything. Let me see. Hopefully this works. Damn it. Here's my window. I think this is my window. It should be. Redo window. And then I would say actually leave them off until we are ready to. I'll wait for a keyboard. So now it's only updating at the moment that we are ready to watch the whole thing. Everything before this is a drawing. Nervous. Nothing. Yeah, shit. Oh, I get it. Yeah, not a problem. If you set it from false to true, I still have to do the thing, I think. Probably immediately. Or, well, as a test, I could just put it there. I think that should already work then. Hopefully. Yes. Now look at that. Oh, yeah. Orgasm. I mean, no more flickering. This is beautiful. Super good. Feels slower though. Are we rotating slower than before? Maybe not. Not really. Would have been nice if it was 10 times faster though. But it will be. That's why I'm working on this bloody Bezier curve. Because all this delay is because of the many little lines of this parabola. And I'm going to... What's the word? I can't think of the word. Horrible. Approach, say, I don't know. It with a lot of Bezier curves, which will be much faster. In fact, you can have a little look at that speed, I think, if I just don't draw the whole curve. Where do I draw the curve? Great curve here, no curve. So now the speed is... Oh. The speed is the... the speed is the speed of my repeat key. A keyboard. Yeah, okay. Excuse me for that one. Let's still do it not, but then also not this. And now it's become really interesting. How fast is this going to be? Oh, that's pretty slow. But also quite visible. It's not like horribly shaking or blinking or anything. No, this line here is blinking actually. Between P0 and P1. Now we don't see the arc. The arc is not visible because I'm doing it before. I'm setting it on before. So we do this after. Oh no, this text that should be just be the alpha. Not super heavy. Yeah, I should do the exposure also if you just call this function. Let's say we make it a set expose events there. Let's put it here. plot. No, it's not plot, window. And then I'm going to copy the code from here. This is expose event stuff. I'm putting that here. So every time you set it to true, it will be done. And then here I can do if that's, I just call this function. It's already true, but yeah, then I said it was true, set it to true, still true, everything is true. Same effects. Or I could make another function, I guess, send expose events. That would be better coding, I have to admit that. Oh, I can't be bothered with it. Gotta leave it like this. What am I missing? I had something in the queue in my brain, but it slipped out. Oh yeah, this. And then no arc. And now if you add a curve back, then how slow is it then? How slow is this? It should be really slow, come on. Pretty sure this is slow. Oh yeah, pretty slow. And flickering. Oh my god, why is this flickering? Not as bad as before, but it's definitely still flickering. And there is no arc. What's the point of double buffering if you can't even do it like this? Can't get these right. Yeah, looks nice. A little sleep helps. At least we have the alpha and the arc. And it's jumpy, but okay. That's it. There's no real flickering. Good enough for research. So if I hit space at the right moment, there, no, don't like it that these have the same length. Plus I need to have a theta in it. I think theta is this angle, which ain't nice. To get that right, I should probably swap the y coordinates of P0 and P1 again. I put alpha on the wrong side. This remains. Oh no, yeah, well, I don't know. Man. Okay, this is a nice picture. Except for that arc is on the outside. Yeah, that's because this point is here. Now alpha is on the wrong side. Why the hell is that? I think it's reasonable. Say, I'm calculating the bisector of this angle, giving this angle and this angle, but there's just two random options. You could say, well, that this is in between, but so is the other side. It's also in between. It's unknown what is in between. The only way to know what is in between is if you know what the start is. So if it goes from, in this case, it goes from here to there, therefore halfway is here. And not on the other side, you never even get there. But if this would be the start, then halfway is there. So I need to have a way to get the direction in between here, knowing which is the first one. And I do know that, but then how? How? These things have a defined angle, don't they? They do. This one, the angle of this one is just this angle. There's no ambiguity here. A direction can be defined with a single angle between 0 and 2 pi, or maybe it's minus pi and plus pi. Why is this going wrong? Man, I must be super stupid because how is this difficult? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. If ChatGPT knows it and it's final, then I'm completely senile. My IQ is then not higher than that of ChatGPT, which is a miracle that I can still speak. Whereas, well, actually, ChatGPT is not that bad at speaking, so it's possible, I guess. Yeah. Let me ask this thing here. Okay, so I have an angle defined as the clockwise, no, anti-clockwise, obviously, the anti-clockwise rotation of direction vectors defined as the anti-clockwise rotation relative to the positive x-axis. This should define any direction uniquely. Do you agree? Great. Now I have two direction vectors. One is, let's say, two direction vectors, A and B. A has angle A. Here's angle B. And C has angle C. I want to find the direction vector that I get when rotating B anti-clockwise towards C, but stop halfway. How can I find? I'm going to find a direction vector. Let's call that one D then. D that I get when rotating B anti-clockwise towards C, but stop halfway. How can I find D? This is nonsense. The smallest anti-clockwise angle. What do you mean? This is only one angle. I mean a positive. It's only a valid anti-clockwise angle when the angle is positive. So if C is less than B, this will be negative, and therefore we add 360 degrees. Horrible, horrible. Add just 2 pi, please. Yeah, this is wrong. So it should say, I'm gonna just give it a thumbs down, man. In point 1, it should say a positive anti-clockwise angle, not the smallest. Yeah, Devon, I don't know. But I mean, I understand it. So far better than ChatGPT. To ensure the rotation is anti-clockwise, if you get a negative value at 360. Yeah, this is correct. At least for the thumbs down that I gave it. Let's check the rest. Half the angle, half this difference to find the angle that is halfway between B and C. Add the original angle B. Add this half angle to the original angle B, which will give you the angle of D, and so on. Yep, very good. New answer is better. Maybe this will work. No, I don't know what I did wrong then. So the next question is then. What I did was, yeah, use for the angle B plus C divided by 2. Can you explain why that can go wrong? Yeah, well, okay. I'm impressed and I feel horrible. So let's fix this. Wait a minute, this is in the other window, I think. Where did I do that? Adding things and divided by 2. Not here. I did actually, yeah, here. This one. Oh, it's actually, it is in the other directory, but under the bisector. direction. That is so wrong. It's start angle plus something, and that's it. Where the something is equal to the difference between those two. Times a half but corrected for the fact that they might be negative, which is an rotating the wrong way. So if this is negative, but yeah, right, that's the whole thing, of course, yeah. If I add 2 pi here, then effectively we're adding pi, and that is then going from this side to the other side. Yay. Oh, need more code lines here. Double. Angle diff is that if angle diff is less than 0, add 2 pi. And then return angle start plus half times the angle diff. I still want a visual explanation, and here it is. Alpha is positioned halfway this rotation. So we start at this line, and then we rotate anti-clockwise towards that line. And I wanted to position the character alpha here at the midpoint of the arc. I guess that was fixed as well now. The last thing I need to do here before I can make I don't know, a JPEG of it, or PNG, add it to my documentation, is to put in theta. And theta is the rotation of the upright parabola anti-clockwise. So I want to kind of stop it before this crosses and after that. So this would be possible. Now alpha is still positive, and this is also a positive angle. But man, that looks horrible. And so in order to improve that again, can I just... No, I cannot. It's a rotation invariant. I think what I should do is... should find a nice picture and then rotate it by changing the position of P0 and P1, such that theta is looks like that. That's what I'm going to do. In other words, like this. Oh no, I do not, because now these two are parallel. Oh, they are parallel. They're always parallel. Idiot. What about this one? Everything is readable. No. And then I have to rotate this thing such that it is not negative anymore. So it looks like I have to rotate it like pi would be divided by 2 plus a little bit. Let's rotate it until, I don't know, here-ish, which is, by the looks of it, 75 degrees. And then ask ChatGPT to fix my coordinates. Oh yay. Okay, we have 0.1 minus 6 and 3 minus 5.5. I have 2 points. P0 at 1, comma minus 6, and P1 at 3, comma minus 5.5. Rotate this anti-clockwise around point in the middle. Well, I can do that for it. That is, can I do that? Oh, no, I'm suddenly not so sure anymore. That must be minus 5.75. Yep. Over 75 degrees. What are the new coordinates of P0 and P1? This analyzing feature is pretty good. It's, before it was just babbling, but now when you ask something mathematical or something with numbers, it's first erroring, and then do it again, and then successfully getting it using a Python program. So it's not going to guess the next word, but it's going to write a Python program that calculates it, which is working. So far, anyway. I'm just going to copy it, and then we will see if this is correct. I think it's correct. Must be correct. So we do lip. And the other one is, according to our big friends, that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This makes P1 and P0 and P1 almost at the same point. Yeah, I did not want that. Definitely did not want it. I rotate it back a little bit. Don't feel sorrow for the thing, because oops, let's try 60 degrees. That would work for me. I'm missing half lines, I think. I want to draw a half line, starting at a point in a certain direction. Can only draw lines and line pieces. In this case, I want to draw a vertical line here, so I can show the angle. Or maybe here. Maybe we should just draw a line piece from here to there. There's no real need to, you know, go all the way here through my alpha and everything. Just a little line here to show the angle. Yeah, or I could just do a half line from here down. Let's see. But that's through my V, but I can put a V here maybe. And then we have a theta here. Yeah, I think that this is clear, more clear. Let's draw a line to the y coordinate of the 6. So I'm having a V somewhere, and then draw a line, draw a vertical line through V. Yeah, from V. Up to y is -6. That was the idea, right? So you can make a line piece then. Whatever. From V2. Yeah, maybe I should make a copy. I don't know. Point V foo. Really running out of ideas. It's getting late as well. V and I want to see, oh, can I do that? No, cannot. So let's do Vx, comma -6. Okay, let's call it V6. And now my point line piece goes from V to, well, V6. Seriously, V6. Plot dot create line in the second layer from V to no, just foo. Dashed line style. I think my line style is dashed. No matching, member function will call to create line. Not viable, no non-conversion from line piece to line. I cannot create a line from a line piece. Unacceptable. Point direction, that would be a complete line. Create a line piece here. Can only pass 2 points. Yeah, duh. Just allow me to do a line piece. Oh, I can draw half lines. No, that's a line extent. I think that should work. What's my new line? Oh, here. It's waving to us. Ah, that worked. So 2y is -6. Pretty cool. Let's make the circle gray. It's not that important anymore. Create circle. So now I need to have an arc here with theta written in it. And then we have all the variables that are in my readme. So people can actually understand it. Yes, so counterclockwise, so that's from here to there. So we want to rotate from this line to that line, around V. Add arc. Let's see if I can do that. Add another arc. And this is theta. And we go around V. And then I have that other point. How did I call that? That new point. And this is, I have no clue. I lost something. I probably need more distance though. Let me first get those directions again. And I have to wait until it is upside down again. Otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. This is my new point. I need that point as well. That's the end of Y. I think I have a point there though. probably. V1, I think. V1 or just I can use a y itself, of course. Y is a direction vector. So just use y for this direction, and then we have here. Well, I have to pass a line though. No, I can just no, that's not true. I can pass v and then 2 directions. I need this point though. Oh, actually, this direction is vertical. That's also easy. Okay. It should even have a constant for that. Yeah. So this is the thing, and then we have the direction is from something to y. And this is vertical. So I'm not sure if I have that vertical line, vertical direction. Come on, I have it. I just know it. Vertical. X. Or not. No, nope, don't have it. What about looking at direction itself? That should be talking about it. Yeah, up, down. Nah, vertical. Come on, up. Way shorter. It was editing, yeah. So, up. So this goes from the up direction to the y direction, length of 2. That would be the arc. Might as well add the arc visibly. Add arc to the second layer, this arc with an arc style. Whatever the color is, I think default color is already blue. We move this. And then we have to add label, theta, label, plot, create text, second layer. And then that would be V plus 1.3 times 0.2. Oh no, so difficult. 26, yeah, 0.26. Or is that even true? Can just use that, I think. Times the theta arc dot bisector direction. And then I need theta. And then we use the same style. Readme. Here is my theta somewhere. Yeah. Let's hope it does that one too. Ah, you're not a flat earther. Don't they even have time zones in flat Earth? Yeah, flat earther. They don't believe in time zones or what? No, I'm confused. Oh, he's asking if it's too late to start programming at the tender age of 5 years old. Yeah, if you don't already see at the moment you're being born, it's a bit late. Does this even compile? Use of undeclared identifier up. It's direction up. Now nobody knows what y is. How is that possible? Sure, I gave it a label Y, but apparently I didn't call it Y. Plot Y is from V to... No, we don't have it. It's a summary line there, that's why. Y, 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 Y. Symmetry line direction. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Da da da. What a horrible theta. It ends in limbo. Okay, now it makes sense. And now it looks even good. Yep. Oh, something went horribly wrong there. Can't imagine that. Oh, actually, it was correct. It's just that the vertical line is not drawn there. So that's why it ended up rather randomly. And I'm gonna put it a little bit higher. Sorry, but I don't like that. I'm a perfectionist. It has got to look good. Try. So there's a vertical line. This vertical line is. I should continue drawing in there. Yeah, okay, like this, I guess. No, it's still not there. Now I need to write this to a file. I think Cairo has that as well, so I need to add support for that. But I think I'll go to bed. It's that time of day again where you have to go to bed, try sleep. It's horrible. Horrible. Who invented sleeping? Could make a screenshot, save that. I need a better title as well if I want to save this. Because I could give it the description relationship between P0, P1, theta, alpha, S, W, and V. Leaving out X and Y because that speaks for itself. I've called it phi, I think. That was also already used somewhere. Oh shit. That didn't work. I have to press Ctrl C, but then I also lose everything. No. Have to run it again. I will press Ctrl C. I think gonna go with this value, I guess. Do we need a dot at the end of a title? I think not. Not sure. So my curve is defined by this. Point P0 and S and W and theta and V. Did I add V already, the title? But that's it. Alpha is just a relationship between SW and V. That is separately. I forgot to add V, didn't I? And we lost. No, I didn't lose anything. It just works. I said that the so-called toy font is pretty powerful. So far I can just draw all the characters I want. I think I was for a second confused, as a W belonged to this line. So I probably should make the font smaller and put it closer to this line also. Font size, tools make a bit small, I don't know. I want to make it a little bit smaller. Offset, let's say 5. That's way more clear. In the README I call this D. It's just the length between P0 and P1. I'm sure that needs an additional. Yeah, I don't know. I can keep on fine-tuning this, but there's not really a point in it, I suppose. Let's just write this. Or shall I just go to bed? Like immediately. Oh. Maybe I should have done the whole window. Whoa. What the hell happened? Yeah. Some white space to put the formula here, maybe. Now what? Enter. Enter. Do it. Okay. Do I have a save as? Save as here. That's scary. Okay, hang on a minute. Linux viewer, no. Well, we ended up in Linux viewer directory. Where shall I save this? Obviously, Carlo projects. Projects. There. Nobody knows where we are. Machine learning. Don't see it. Oh, it's not there. Oh, it's not there. Come on back. Okay, LM. Machine learning. Again, machine learning. Source, I guess. Yeah. No. Let's add it here. Let's give this thing a name. How shall we call it? I'm gonna call it a relationship between P0, P1, theta, W, V, and S dot PNG. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow because it's getting too late and later and later and later and later. Good night.